at this point in time, we want to know what are those specific issues that you think has been a problem as an ethnic nationality within your people, all right? And then what do you think? Several times we've been seeing calls from the Degema people, we've seen calls from Ikwerre and the rest. You know, several things that some particular group of persons have been doing and the rest. So we want to know your challenges, and then what do you propose as a way forward for your people? All right. So I'll be starting with our brother from Rivers State, Comrade Kenneth. All right. No, I think I should start with Comrade Kenneth.
From the time I started coordinating Rivers State in 2017, so now that's a little after the inauguration of the Canada War Hotel somewhere. Yes. The challenges. The challenges are very enormous. I have two major challenges that have been troubling me in the state there. We have the Benin has about 17 kingdoms within Rivers State. In other words, about 80% of the population of the state. In fact, one can comfortably describe Rivers State as Benin. No argument. No argument. The reasons are clear. All the way from this end, the Bight of Benin ends that side. It's still the same stretch of Bight of Benin. And by then, in those good days, there have been no boundary disputes between anybody, so no argument of you get there, get there. So they have a very major problem, and the problems are caused by two people. Number one, the Igbo people that came to do business and are prospering according to their work and the will of God. They said they want to be a country. While they are tracking the country, they are also grabbing hands what they will hold along as they want to go. And they have also continuously been insisting that the whole state should be part of them. Meanwhile, when they are talking about their country, we are not part of the talking. They didn't invite us, we are not part of the discussions. They didn't invoke us as in inquiring from us whether we want to or they want. But they are insisting that when they are done and their country, they will carry Port Harcourt to Igbo, that Port Harcourt is Igbo. And that all the Ikwerre people, 4 local governments in surrounding Port Harcourt that own that Port Harcourt and all that local governments there, that they will come and fight them, kill them, destroy them, whatever that is left, they will pack them and go and throw into Benin, since they insisted that they are Benin and they are not Igbo. Do you know that this history thing, you and I did not choose it and let it be like this, but we are born into it, and there's no way what your father told you and what his own father told him, and what is in that way, you will now neglect all that. Just because somebody who hire your house, live in your house, eat your food, marry your daughter, want to carry the land also and go. We saw it as embarrassing, and the Ikwerre people have been crying on this, although the Ikwerre people are very resilient. They are very, very ready to put up physical fight, physical war, and they are prepared physically and spiritually. I talked with their elders before coming to this meeting, and the elders have briefed me on this. They are not happy. Ikwerre people are worried. Their elders are now worried that there has been no language, no word from the palace in Benin, because this is open. They are worried that no claim of ownership, because the other people are almost feeling that, I think you say, people are not even important about you. You are now facing it alone. You cannot fight it alone. We'll come and finish you 5 days versus 4 days. So this is it. But the Igbo people are very, very prepared any moment. That is why Igbo people have banned the Igbo from doing their Igbo day in Rivers State, in Port Harcourt in particular. They banned them. And since they've not done it the first time in Port Harcourt, what they did recently was to go and hide inside one seminary church, gather themselves in one enclosure and say that they have done Igbo day. You can see the kind of criminal mind that these people have. But the warning that the Ikwerre people gave, they sent the whole letters and informed federal government, informed Commission of Police, informed Ohanese and everybody. And although the Ikwerre people warned them and they apologized before the Commission of Police that they will never do that again. But they are still having the mind to go and hide somewhere to say, yeah, actually we did it in Port Harcourt. Well, we didn't do it where people saw you. Nobody, you hide somewhere. And then when it was later they gave the name of the church. Nobody saw even a human being there. So you can see the kind of mind that will cause trouble. And this thing is coming very fast. So that is what the people are facing. And that is also the suggestion that not pending when the father speaks, that there will be a gathering comprising Benin and the Ikwerre people inside Ikwerre, and that's what the Ikwerre elders told me, that they want a large crowd as large as it can be possible. And that day that they will make more press statements publicly in the midst of media men, so that they who are having stores and in front of their houses will also know that they are doing that thing normally as it should be. And these people are on their own land. They are not just choosing Benin people. They know that they are from there, and Benin reach the end of the fight of Benin. So that is one major problem here. That is one major problem that I come with, and I want people here. And I want people here to tell me into this matter and how we can include it in our discussion. Then number 2, of equal strength, equal weight, is the Negro people never had peace. For long, they have been killing them. They have been killing them in their houses. Who is this person killing them? By 1882, the people called Karabari were all slaves, bought with money. I mean, Karabari of Rivers State. Apart from the ruling house, who are from Ogbia, the entire Karabari people are slaves that were bought with money. But when slavery was abolished, what happened was that they were staying in what was called Barracuda. Barracuda is a thick wall hall to actually incarcerate the slaves so that they cannot run away. While they were there, the slavery was abolished. When it was abolished, the buyers, the whites that bought them, were feeling that, well, probably it was just a joke, it will come to an end. By then, they cannot cut away their goods, what they have bought, and go home. But when the British Navy was so serious on our waterfronts, there was nowhere they could carry the slaves and go. And it was becoming very expensive because you must feed them. So they abandoned them at the Barracuda in Calabar and went their home. Thereafter, the abandoned slaves who are now to themselves, they started committing a lot of criminal things, killing, raping of women, stealing, nothing bad that they did not do. People from different origin. And after abandoning them there, and they are committing this, the urban of Calabar looked at what the abominations that was going on and told them, I say, by so time, if you do not leave that place, anyone who find there will be killed. This was the pronouncement of the upper of Calabar. And in their escape, running at the waterfront, no roads there, not by air, going waterfront, where their energy was sapped and lasted, they stayed there. And that place that they stayed, ladies and gentlemen, today that place they rested is now called Calabar. And the person who gave them that particular authority to stay there were Benin people that they met there. They called the whole of the area. The Benin people called the whole of the area. And they were occupying that place. So, like in your own homes, when you're giving somebody something, you can't give that person the entire thing. You will take a little and give to that person so that your own, the owner, will still remain for you. So they gave them a little portion at the waterfront to stay, which is one of them is called Akoniman, and the other Bugu, all those places are in very waterfront. So as their population expanded, as at last we are talking, they have exhausted every space that was given to them, and so they are now feeling uncomfortable to now pack the giver, the owner of the place, which was Degman. If you go to Degman today, we have people who have gone to Degman. They have excess land, called land, Wally Degman. So they are now looking for every way that they must take this particular space. How can these people have excess remaining left and right? And these people here, they have built even inside water. No way. It doesn't help. That's why they are now going to Port Harcourt. They buy land in Port Harcourt and live inside Port Harcourt. That's the only result of how they can manage it. And so, as they are staying there, this is becoming a problem to the demand. And the traditional ruler of the demand, His Excellency Amos Zachariah, have told me this thing so many times in tears. A man over 90 years has been telling me this thing in tears. This is paining them because they will force these people into war like the one they fought recently. They fought this thing recently, and I didn't even know that they have made a lot of pressure on these people. And that's how that, as we are here now, they are also chasing us. What I mean by chasing us is that our own activity here, they know of GBD. The letter that Degman gave me to send to the palace here, I gave CG and the SG to deliver. But we don't know how manage that letter got back to Asari. So what I'm saying is that this issue is not just a small issue from what we are saying. Yes, and so they went recently just for burial purposes alone. They went and attacked the Degema people. If they are from Degema, it was ready to become an army, a real one, because Asari has amassed a lot of weapons. Very serious one. And they are wanting to go and get that land that these people are having excess when they have nothing. But what so you have finished it now, why should I answer for a problem? So that is the problem. That's the problem. GBD will have traveled people, and we'll just look into these issues as in River State. This part of the problem that we are facing, even those of us from Ikwerre and Rogba, still the same problem. They are worried that we have oil. And as we have oil, we must be able, whether we like this thing or we don't like this thing, this marriage must hold. And that is how they are pressuring us. Our contact with them staying together was only because of the creation of the first 3 regions. Later, before the Benin pressured itself out and became the fourth. And Nigeria caused this problem because you know very well that in geography, those of us who have read about geography will have 4 cardinal points.
Yes.
You have north, south, east, and west.
Yes.
Unfortunately, in Nigeria, only 3 exist. How can it be like this? So, in this situation, they carved us and push us to east when we are actually in the west. In the south, I'm sorry, in the south.
Yes.
We are in the south. You now push us to east. How can this be? And that's the problem. And the trick they used, the headquarters was Enugu. Even if the headquarters was Enugu, what they did was that they came to Port Harcourt as a very major place. All the existing streets, they changed their names. They changed all the names. You now bring the name of your village. You bring the name of your village and we will give this street. We will take that name from it. That's why you are seeing Of course, it's not even anywhere in River State. It's deep inside Igbo. They come and name the street here. This is what they did. And at that time, we didn't know they were trying to deface the state so that it will actually have a lot to do with them. And the only thing that happened that time was that the whites were using River State as a stepping, so as a platform for them to collect the gold. The gold was found in Enugu and they were carrying it. There's no way, no river there. So they will hold it on the road, reach Port Harcourt, where they will now decide to retain. And so they were developing, that was the development of abandonment for the purpose of gathering coal from Enugu. So it was during that work that they are doing at the wharf. They changed the name of Ikwerre because the interpreter happens to be an Igbo man telling the British man. So the British man came with the Ikwerre chiefs and said that tell them whether they have accepted that we should do a wharf here in Bonima wharf. And he said yes. When he asked them, the native people were saying, that's very busy people were saying that yes, Akwerre. Each time they were saying Akwerre in Ikwerre is overagreed. So what the white man was hearing Akwerre, so the man wrote, the Ikwerre people have agreed to the Ikwerre people. They are saying something, they didn't say that's their name. They said Akwerre, we've agreed. Then the man now called them Ikwerre people. And the man said that the Ikwerre people, and he allowed them. Igbo man allowed them, and that was why the 3 names have now become something else. So the people are now struggling to, that is as a Port Harcourt proper. So they don't want to go, that they are insisting that there's no way they can form Biafra without having access to the territorial water. But we didn't tell you to become country. We're not the people who tell you go and become country. You say you want to be country, you should have known that if you are okay with everything. If you have any concern there, that shouldn't be our problem now. Recently they have been sending war invitation that they will fight, kill everybody, anyone that remains, they pack them and go to Benin. That land is their own, they kill them. And they give all of us here the land.
All right.
So this is I'm just presenting the matter so that whoever will speak would have gotten some good understanding of the matter to make his own view. The elders are worried about this matter. So that is it. If there's any other person, my friend will take about.
I have a question for him.
Okay.
Just recently, I'm hearing from some quarters that an Ikwerre man is contesting for the leadership of Ezedigo. How true is that?
Sorry?
See, when Igbo man wants something, he can go to any extent. Let me also tell you briefly. The Ikwerre people too were adopting them as slaves at a point in time, at that ancient time. People who work for them, sometimes remain there. So they were coming there, and they were also having children and decided to live and die there. So those people are the children of such people. That is why the actual person who started that kingdom is called Ikwerre. The actual Benin name is Uyona. That death that he was pursuing Aka, the death, because actually, Obayewa the first passed a decree, something which made them lost. And so that death that he escaped has been escaped finally when His Majesty had passed on, and they too have already stabilized in the forest of Eda Delta and stayed there. So he has escaped that's why his name became Uyona.
Wow, nice.
And so, if you see the situation, those people, the places of Igbo people that are in River State, they are the people who are now saying that they are so from there. They are very few. They can't even say Julio. There are very few to mention. Too few because there are very few slaves children. And they are not saying that we are so from there. And of course, they are being lobbied and paid to make comments. Yes. And they don't want these histories to come out so that their own background as children of slaves and immigrants will not come out. But I cannot lose my own background so that your own will be protected. You think about it. So that is what brought about that point, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.